so I was sitting there one night watching television after that giant rainstorm, and T comes up and knocks on my door. He's like, "Hey, so and so wants to go to this bar or whatever. He wants you to come." And I was like, "All right, So I put on shoes or whatever, and go downstairs, and he's in that fancy van, and he's got it. It was. I mean, I wouldn't have assumed this, but he had the mother daughter, wife and husband and their two children from the bootleg gas station in the van with them, and it was like a 10-seater van or something. So it was like me and T and the dude, and then the family, and then like two other guys, I guess. And I have no idea what's going on, right? All I know, I don't even know. But so, and we get out of there, and I'm trying to wrap this up. But it takes a hell of a long time to get off this island. We were almost, I was probably a mile from the southern tip of the island. And to get to where we're going it was past the bridge that makes it an island. And it took a long time. And this dude was doing like 80 fucking miles an hour. What are you going to do? You can't be like, hey, you think that. And it was still raining and stuff. Not as bad, but it was still raining. And it's just such a big, you think you live where you live, but you don't, because when you start driving at 80 miles an hour, you see a lot of the island you never saw before, like all these industrial areas. And it was one of those areas I drove past at a much, much, much slower speed in a previous journey. I guess it was a previous journey. Yeah, it was. I won't make a big deal out of it. I saw this sign for a place that the Thai government has given. I don't know what they gave them. I don't know if it's a subsidy, but the Thai government had, from what I understood in my own little mind, was that the Thai government had given money or services for blind people to give massages. And so there's a big sign in English that kind of explained, I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember how it was phrased. It was just phrased weird. And when people think of Thai massage, I don't think that's what they were thinking. And it wasn't an industrial area of town, but you wouldn't have just walked down there. You wouldn't be like on your vacation and be like, "Oh, honey, let's walk down to that place we saw 15 minutes up the road and get a blind person massage." I don't know. I hope they succeed. I don't know. It seems like if you're blind, being a massage technician, a masseuse, whatever you call it, that's pretty good. It's hands-on, which is your forte, and it doesn't hopefully involve the risk of like lighting a stove or a knife or anything. So I think that's probably a win-win. But I sure as shit, I can't imagine. I'm sure if I took a motorbike taxi out there from the place I lived, not with the guy driving 80 miles an hour, it would have taken me probably an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm sure would have cost me triple. I don't know how much a blind person massage costs, but I'm sure it would triple the amount in motorbike taxi fees as it would have been to get a massage by a blind person. I don't know if they're blind. Does it matter if they're a boy or a girl? I don't know if it ever matters if you're a boy or, if it's a boy or a girl. But if I'm a boy and I started to say regular, that's insulting. If I was at a non-blind massage studio, I don't know. I'm not blind, so I would still care. I don't know if the masseuse or masseusette, I don't know if there's a gender thing, would care, but I'd probably care. Because look, if you're a woman, if you want a massage done by a woman, prerogative, understood. And if you're a guy and you went to Thailand and you didn't even try and get a sexy massage, and you just go to these blind people, and you have a choice, and they're like, do you want this, and she doesn't know she's great looking unless people tell her, and they tell her, you want it by this good looking blind woman, or do you want to have a massage by this what's the Hunchback of Notre Dame called? I'm embarrassed, I can't think of it, but I'm not gonna dwell on it. Or do you want it by him? And I'd be like, oh, I have eyes, so yeah, I'll pick door number one. But if you're going to go there, you wouldn't really have that attitude. I don't know. If I went there and I had that, if I sought that out, if I was on my vacation and I thought, well, what I really want to do is service the local disabled community, regardless of time and expense or gratification, I'm going to go seek out this blind people massage parlor. That makes it sound a bit more salacious. So if I got there, I wouldn't really care, right? You wouldn't show up there and then have the attitude. If you are, you're the biggest moron on the planet. If you show up to the blind people massage parlor and then have some attitude like you want the hot blind girl, you've come to the wrong place. But as long as you get the massage. But my whole point is, if I saw Igor or whatever over there, and then I saw this, sexy Thai woman, and they're both blind, I would just assume that on some level they work on commission or required hours or something. So I would just go ahead and get the massage by Igor, right? I mean, he'd be appreciative. Hopefully he would speak English. But, and don't touch my privates there, Igor. But I don't need some, good-looking blind lady to give me a massage. I'll go get me one of them later that can see.